Over posting some hamburgers? Until now, I only made 2 hamburgers for my husband and I, but now I make 3. Isn't that a nice little cute post, my brothers and sisters? Implying that she's about to have a baby, or that she has a baby who can eat hamburgers now. Harmless post, isn't it? Would you be surprised to find out that this got viciously attacked by a few individuals on Japanese Twitter? Maybe you're not surprised because you saw the thumbnail and the title of the video, but I'll give you guys the details. I don't think any of you guys can predict how viciously attacked this woman gets for posting these hamburgers on Twitter. Or do we call Twitter X now? Who cares? I will translate and read these retweets in order from least insane to you need to be admitted into a mental hospital and you need therapy level insane. Buckle up because we are on the insanity roller coaster. The first retweet says, "How offensive." Now this person must be like a vegetarian or a vegan or something. I don't see how a picture with some hamburgers is offensive. I personally don't find that offensive. And I definitely don't find people having babies in Japan offensive. This country has a declining birth rate. We need more babies. We need more young people. This next retweet says, "Is it okay if I crush that smallest hamburger into dust with my fist?" You know, when I first saw this retweet, I was like, how do you crush hamburgers into dust? Listen, she can try crushing hamburgers into dust at home all she wants to. I'm sure she has a lot of free time on her hands. Spoiler alert, the hamburger crusher comes back in a later retweet to quadruple down on this vicious attack that she just made. But there's one more insane retweet before we get to the hamburger crusher's grand finale, so stick around. This next one says, "People who can confidently make such happy appeals are mentally strong, but for those around them, it's nothing but a nuisance. By the way, this is the kind of post that I hate the most. How did it even get on my timeline? I can only think that people who post their children are only serving their twisted desire for social approval. There are so many people like that in society. It's crazy." Ugh, getting aggressive. 1, I don't see any children in this picture. She's talking about people who post their children on the internet. I see hamburgers, lady. Not only do you need therapy, you need some glasses. 2, people can post their children on the internet as they please. I have no problem with that, although some people find that a polarizing issue, but I will explain why I personally don't have any issue with people posting their children on the internet. But before I explain that, y'all need to buckle up because we are at the top of the insanity roller coaster. If I had to give all these post insanity points, this last one would have more points than all the previous retweets combined. The hamburger crusher came back and said, "This emoji pisses me off. There are women in society who are unable to get pregnant, and also women who have and raise children all alone. This tweet is so insensitive that it makes my skin crawl. I hope that this insensitive has a miscarriage, that her husband cheats and they get divorced, that the Yakuza get her addicted to heroin, that she is forced to work at a brothel, and that she gets thrown in jail." Over posting some hamburgers? This lady is wild, guys. Guys, I have to assume that the people who retweeted this and attacked this lady so viciously are women who are, unfortunately, single mothers, biologically infertile, or cannot find a man who wants to marry them and make children with them because they do stuff like this. Like, this is how you handle tragedy in your life? Life is full of tragedy. You can't just storm to the internet and viciously attack people every time you experience unfortunate circumstances. That's just not how it works. If this is how you deal with tragedy, then no man should marry you at all. I'm sorry. And you should be nowhere near children. Straight up. But guys, listen. I understand these women's despair. Because when I was 15 years old, I had chemotherapy. And as a lot of you know, after chemotherapy, most people come out infertile, unable to have children. But I was 15 at the time. Having children was like the furthest thing from my mind. But now that I've been with my wife, 4 years as boyfriend and girlfriend, 3 years as husband and wife, we wanted to have babies. And knowing that I had chemotherapy, we got a test and my sperm count was extremely low, basically non-existent. When we found that out, we cried together, we despaired together. But guess what? Life goes on. But by a miracle, my wife and I did get pregnant, and I thank God for that. Now, when it comes to posting your children online, let me tell you why I am going to post my children online. Most of my loved ones are in the United States. I am going to post my children on the internet so that they all can see it at once. I am not going to take the time to individually send them pictures of my baby. That's just not what's going to happen. And I definitely want to see my friends' babies as well. So I enjoy when I see those posts. But what do you guys think? I know that people are very polarized on this issue. I have no problem with people posting their children on the internet. But what I do have a problem with is people watching my videos and not subscribing. So please subscribe. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.